minor Duke of Hell has announced a massive race through his territory. The prize for victory? A ticket out of the 9 hells. A betrayed assassin. A thief who stole back his own soul. A wannabe hero who unlocks strange powers. And a warforged fleeing his destiny as a weapon. All team up to win this race. I don't know about you, but that sounds like one hell of a game.
I see what you
Huzzah!
did there.
Yeah, that wasn't on the nose at all. Welcome to Hell of a Game. This is a D&D podcast about a massive race in an infernal war machine through hell. I'm Casey Jarmes, the Dungeon Master, or DM for short. And with me, as always, are the people I'm playing this game with.
Oh, what's up? I'm Akash. I'm playing Kairyd, the innocent assassin.
Innocent?
Innocent in quotation marks, you know.
They're not dead, they're just sleeping.
You're the most objectively not innocent. In the pilot test episode, which we filmed 2 months ago because we're idiots and started a podcast without having figured out scheduling. But in that, 2 months ago, you killed 20 people and stole a car.
What can I say? I guess they were asked.
Yeah, you're a rascal. Who else we got?
Hello everybody, I'm Michael. I'm playing Norrix, the Dampier rogue who stole his own soul back. He likes hanging out on the ceiling. He's a Dampier. He finds it funny.
Hey everyone, I'm Jordan, and I'm playing Wrench, the warforged that is quite literally a living weapon.
Hello, I am Monty, and I will be playing Nikola Brandt, the resident himbo barbarian, raised on stories of heroes. He heard about this race, and now wants to visit topside of Faerun.
Yeah, the top side. That's what the mortal world is called, normally.
That's how hell works in 5e.
Yeah, you just get the shovel and you dig up. Oh, but there's all that bedrock. But if you get a ladder, you can throw an ender pearl. It's a whole thing.
That's called the Underdark.
Honestly, that explains a lot about Drow. Just, they're closer to hell.
So is the 10th layer of hell Georgia?
Yeah, because the devil went down. That's what you're referencing, right?
Yeah, that is what I'm referencing. He went down.
Georgia's just part of the Deep South.
Which is part of hell, because the rest of the U.S. is north of it means also... So basically...
We're North Hell.
We're all already in hell, so let's go to fantasy hell. Let's start this off properly. We pan over this red, craggy desert in the middle of Harrow, a territory in Avernus, until we reach this massive assortment of infernal war machines and other vehicles of various types, all lined up next to each other at this starting line in the middle of the desert. We pan past tanks and doom buggies and motorcycles until we stop on your car, the Brimstone, which we weren't quite settled on at the end of our test session 0 thing, but yesterday I think Jordan finally settled on something that everyone liked. Explain this to them, Jordan.
Basically, it's like the coach car from the Munsters, but our own Mad Max version of it. So at the front, we have an infernal screamer, just like cannon. And then in the back open area is just that mounted harpoon. And it's covered in armor, rusty armor, and giant spikes on the tires, stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's nice, although I do still have some love for the idea of a Honda Civic, which I won't be reusing.
Honda Civic.
So, the race will be starting soon. What are all of your characters up to when making preparations?
Wrench is fucking with the car.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kairyd is trying to find a scarf in hell.
Norrix is fucking with other people's cars.
That's based.
Okay, so 2 of you are doing things that are helping you. Why a scarf? Just for decoration? Because it looks fancy?
Kairyd's neck just feels very vulnerable right now.
Right, because of the whole murdered in your sleep, right.
He wants it covered up.
I really thought that you were just being racist towards the Dampier.
Wow.
I mean, has Norrix ever drank blood from other people?
No, Norrix doesn't hunger for blood. Norrix hungers for physical life energy, which they get as a phantom rogue by stealing the life from other people.
Right. So the drinking blood, that's just a hobby.
Norrix doesn't drink blood. much.
As far as we're aware.
He just drinks life juices.
He just drinks other type of liquids we don't want to talk about.
Listen, you can neither prove or deny that while he bites people's necks, he's drinking their blood.
Norrix sucks dick for life.
Let's just pretend that wasn't said. Actually, Akash, Kairyd's player, how about you give us our first roll of that campaign? Give us an investigation roll to find a nice scarf.
And another thing to the list of things we're cutting out because of Monty.
Well, his point did bring up a meme that I love from the game Metal Gear Solid, where it's like, he's not called Vamp because he's a vampire, he's called Vamp because he's bisexual.
So what was that roll?
8.
You don't really find any nice scarves. There is, like, a guy selling scarves, but they're all covered with holes, like moths have eaten through them, and he's selling them for, like, 10 soul coins apiece. I don't know how he's still in business
Jesus
with such
Christ.
a ridiculously overpriced scarf. I mean, you could buy it, but you shouldn't.
So what Kairyd does is rip the cloth from around his midriff, and he uses it as a makeshift scarf, so he just is bearing midriff right now.
Awesome. And I suppose Nikola always ends up being the last one we talk about. I feel like that's a theme in his life. What's Nikola up to?
Nikola is probably inside the car, turning the wheel left and right, fake driving.
Wrench would beat the shit out of you.
You're just are you like Maggie Simpson-ing it?
It's practice.
You're not the one driving.
Wait, actually, that's the thing to settle. Who gets to drive the car, and who gets to mount the guns, and who gets to just sit there and wave at people?
I don't know, man. I figured Wrench would probably be the best one to drive.
So, sneak attack specifies that you roll the sneak attack if you attack with a finesse weapon or a ranged weapon. So, I'll take one of the guns.
Yeah, just sneak attack someone with a fucking harpoon, sure.
Does a hit and run count as a finesse weapon?
I'll be able to use my bonus action to steady aim since I'm not the one moving, and then just shoot him with advantage.
What's Kairyd doing?
So he's just kind of leaning against the car right now, and he's like, so we're figuring out roles, right? So, Wrench, you're driver. Norrix, you're sneak attack with a harpoon? Okay. I've seen crazier things in my life. What about you, Nikola?
Nikola, let's see, what can Nikola do? Nikola can tinker, Nikola can drive, Nikola can beat the fucking shit out of people. Those are Nikola's strengths.
It is good to have a repair person on board, let me tell you.
We do still need somebody to man the screamer.
What's the screamer again?
It's the big gun on the front.
Yeah, that screams at people.
Yeah, I can man the screamer while I shout down orders at y'all.
Awesome. So, just based on the central design of the car and where you decided these guns are, in the driver's seat we got Renz, riding shotgun, manning the big cannon on the front is Kairyd, and then just chilling in the back seat we got Nikola, and in the far back seat that doesn't seem stable from the pictured in the Discord, we have with the harpoon our rogue boy, Norrix.
No. The harpoon is sitting on top of the car.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And I'm standing there, feet attached to the top of the car through spider climb.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I thought it was
'cause
in the back. What?
Yeah, I thought you were saying harpoon on the back when you were describing, and I was like, I don't know
That's
how
what I
that
was
works for
saying.
physics. Like, I feel like that would
No,
flip
you
your
just
car
like
around.
attach the fucking the big open part in the back. You take a pole, you drill it in, and then you put the harpoon on top. Bam, harpoon gun in the back.
I think it makes more sense for it to be on top, though.
But then you're a bigger target.
I've died once. I'm not afraid of doing it again. What can I go to now? Double hell?
We've discussed this. That does exist.
Buddy, I would not tempt fate.
So, Wrench, as you, shove Nikola out of the front seat, which is kind of rude, you notice something that you've already seen before. This is, for the audience's sake, built into the steering wheel of this car are two things of note. One of them is this little counter. Currently, it's at 0, but once the race starts, it will, in real time, show your position. And the other is a compass that will just point in the direction of the next checkpoint. And both of those things will be helpful for you.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
And as you're all fixing up the car, getting it ready to start, this little pixie man, like about a foot tall, kind of pudgy. New York doesn't really exist in this universe, but you have a feeling he would be from New York if you saw him in real life. This little pixie with black and white wings with a scar in his mouth like flies over you and says, "Name for registration."
Kairyd and his merry gang.
Awesome. Kairyd and his merry gang. It's already written down. That is your official name in our books, and we're going to be repeating it. So y'all understand the rules of this race. 7 stages. Get a bit of a break between them. Each stage can have a few trials where you're going to have to stop and do something, and fuck, this is bad on my voice. This first race, it's over this big old desert, the Plains of Torment. You're gonna stop at Los Jugadores. Compass will take you right there. Stop at Bappy's Ranch, the Pest Stop, the Obsidian Caldera. Compass, like I said, will tell you everything. Anything else you need to know?
Can you fucking write that down, my good bitch?
Sure, I am
Are they
writing
selling
it.
chocolates?
Got it. So it's Mad Max's Amazing Race.
Mike Wazowski.
I don't know what that is. Oh, by the way, race doesn't have too many rules. Not really any, really. Just no bullshit, and that's now really clearly defined in the rules on purpose. We'll know bullshit when we see it. Like, kill if you want, just don't use a teleportation circle to skip an entire race or murder Duke Fatons. You got it?
Yeah,
No.
should.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend one of you didn't just say no and just hold up this contract for you. One of you sign it. It just says that we aren't liable for anything if you were to die or get your soul eaten or both.
I don't know if I have a soul.
Well, that's some interesting metaphysical stuff that I don't really care about. Someone with a soul sign this real quick.
Let's read the fucking thin print, okay? And Kairyd reads through everything, including like the fucking small print, if there is that.
Give me an intelligence roll.
Do you want Wrench to read it instead?
I'm tempted to have it be a wisdom saving throw to not fall asleep, but give me an intelligence roll to understand dense legalese.
18.
Norrix walks up to Wrench, kinda sniffs him. You have a soul. Walks back to the harpoon seat.
Well, that's good to know.
Is that how? Okay.
The contract doesn't seem to have anything fishy from that 18. Although it's good that you did check that, because I was tempted to. I didn't know if I would go with this plot line, have you have just signed away your souls, but now that Schrodinger thing has been looped, there is no your souls are now the ref fairies in this contract.
Nikola pulls out his finest, most professional crayon and prepares to sign.
Okay, so Nikola has signed in Crayon. Okay, you have agreed to the race and anything that pertains to it.
Kairyd starts sniffing the crayon. Huh. What is that?
Why is everyone sniffing everything?
My crayon has a soul. And I pocket it.
I smell life energy. You have a soul.
It's not a crayon, it's a smensel or whatever those are called.
It's a root beer smensol.
Yeah.
Oh.
The best kind.
Brown, I presume, actually, now that I think about it.
It's root beer colored.
My favorite color, root beer.
The fancy kind, though.
What do you mean the fancy kind?
Like the kind you get in bottles. None of that AW can shit. We're talking, like, dogs and suds.
I'm glad that this crayon has such a strong, distinct scent that you can tell what type of root beer it is.
It's like fine wine. We can taste test this crayon just by sniffing it.
Okay, so the race will be starting in a few minutes. It's about time that it would be wise to start your engine.
Wrench will start the engine. Is it push to start, or do I have to turn the key?
Ah, that's what I was getting to. This is an infernal war machine. It's an evil hell car, and it's kinda ran by evil.
Well, yeah.
Sitting in, well, actually, it would have to be Kairyd holding them, because you take penalties if you are carrying soul coins and aren't evil, and I assume Kairyd is the only one who...
Kairyd is chaotic neutral.
Oh, good. Anyone else want to hold the evil soul coins that burn your soul if you hold them?
Since I just have my soul, like, in a jar nearby me at all times, I don't have my soul, so would it be too negative on me?
Lich?
No, what happened was I stole my soul back from the person who had it, but I haven't figured out a way to actually put it back in my body.
So basically, you have an extra soul coin that you can use whenever you need one. Although that one's a bit more temporary.
Nah, that's gonna be the first soul coin we use.
Okay, I'll start rolling up a new character.
So anyway, Norrix, who has loopholed out of the artifact, you are holding a bag containing 15 soul coins. Every time you start the engine, it takes a soul coin. You can also use soul coins to make the car go faster. You can use it to increase its damage or heal it, but these are a limited resource, and also they're kind of the main currency for hell, so... You got 15 of them. I would recommend not running out immediately.
Well, then in that case, let's fucking go.
Awesome. So you toss the soul coin into the engine, and you hear a screaming as black fire bursts up beneath the hood, and you have to slam it down to keep it from burning you. When the car starts up, its engine roaring. Not in the way engines roar, where it's like a rumbling, but in the way an animal does.
Roar XD.
Can I roll to discern what sort of animal roar?
Sure, roll perception while I think real quick.
Well, I rolled a 2, which I have a -1 perception, so,
You think that it is the roar of a newborn kitten.
Oh, it meows. Guys, y'all hear this?
You think it's Wrench, just making that noise.
Oh, his stomach's rumbling. He hasn't eaten yet.
Wrench, do you have a fucking kitten stuck in you? Your gears? What the fuck?
No. Wrench is actually powered by a soul coin.
I'm gonna, put my ear up against their, torso.
The way you said no is just like, no.
It's very suspicious now.
No, I don't. It's not a kitten.
So you start the engine, and right then, a bunch of television screens all around the starting line are gonna turn on, and you see on it Duke Vuitton's, our antler devil dude. Do not fucking say it, Monty. Our antler devil person in the bath. Why did I have to preemptively stop the comments? I threw myself out of my little spiel. Anyway, he's going to appear and say, "Welcome to the Netherworld's Grand Prix." Is it the Nether Realms or Netherworld Grand Prix? It's been a few months since I made the announcement. I'm pretty sure I said 6 stages instead of 7. I don't remember that. Okay. Welcome to the Netherworld Grand Prix, the first stage. From here at this starting line in the middle of the Plains of Torment, all the way to Los Jugadores, my favorite city in Harrow. I'm so pleased that we've had such a good turnout. 666 racers. Admittedly, there was 671, but I killed a few, so we had a good number. Don't tell anyone. Wink, wink.
That's base.
We have different definitions of based, bud.
Listen, I'm chaotic neutral this time. I'm allowed to be an asshole.
First, what do you mean this time? And second, are you
Ren
all...
was technically chaotic good.
Yeah, sure, your character in the last campaign was a good person. Tell yourself that. Are all of you chaotic neutral?
It's chaotic stupid time, baby.
It took him this long to realize.
Oh god, you're all chaotic neutral.
It finally dawns on Casey.
Nikola's actually neutral good.
Nikola's the one who I'm gonna root for.
Casey, if it makes you feel any better, I could switch my character to chaotic evil, because you could make a case for that.
I thought you ran away because you didn't want to be a weapon.
I didn't want to be their weapon.
Son of a bitch.
Not their weapon.
I'm not gonna feel bad when you all die.
That's okay.
So anyway, back to Duke Vuitton's speech. Yes, the race will be starting in, just check my watch, about 10 seconds from now, and, oh, there was one more thing. It's slipping my mind. There was one very important thing that I need to say. Oh, by the way, anyone who doesn't get in the top 200 will be executed. Have fun! And then you just hear this blare of a horn. That's copyrighted. But yes, you hear that.
I know.
Is it copyrighted? Do you think Nintendo has copyrighted that, 3 seconds?
It's Nintendo.
I mean, it
is.
should fall under fair use, but you never know.
Should fall
we're
under
not
fair
making
use,
we're not
actually.
making money. It doesn't matter. At worst, we'll get copyright striked, and then they'll be like, "Haha, we get all the money off your video."
Yeah. Although, actually, this isn't what's happening because we're breaking the fourth wall and talking about the show in this conversation. But I do like the idea that you're just discussing this as all the other racers have taken off, and now you're in last place.
Well, we better get moving.
I assume you actually gun it as soon as the race starts.
Wrench absolutely would have gunned it.
Awesome. Wrench, make me a vehicle handling check. What is that plus? I should have looked that up as I was prepping.
Is it dexterity?
Yeah, let's say dexterity. Wrench, make a roll to just drive this car out of the starting line and weave through all this chaos at the start. And actually, because you're rolling with the vehicle, which has +3 on dexterity, use that.
That's 18.
Okay. We see the Hellfire just sort of weave out of the chaos as this race begins. You see a bunch of cars just stall out. You see a few of them crash into each other. You see one of them, the engine didn't start. Did someone sabotage me? Ugh.
Yeah, everybody looks to Norrix and they're holding one of the small pipes that goes to an engine.
Norrix is Saboba. I wanted to just see if people were immediately being violent toward the other race, or if they were just starting the race first.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. This is hell. Of course they're being violent.
Well, if they're getting violent, then fucking Kairyd is just shooting, as soon as it starts, just get.
We are already popping off. Wrench, nimbly, with his driving skill, weaves this car between all of these cars crashing into each other, and these explosions. You see up above a fucking dragon breathing down balls of fire that you narrowly avoid, and you get through the worst of it. And Kairyd is just fucking popping off. Which, actually, you can! You have a fucking cannon on the front of the car! The weird scream cannon. It makes loud noises.
It screams at people.
Anyway, as you're about to get out of the starting line where everything is just absolutely horrifically chaotic, you see another car. It appears to be a Honda Civic covered in spike, being driven by a barbed devil. You see it turn to try and slam into your car, and give me a dex saving throw for the car, Wrench.
Okay, that's perfect, 'cause I was gonna ask if I could ram it off the road.
Do you just hate Honda Civics?
I just think it's really funny. That's a 13.
Ooh.
I'm not used to having, not level 12 characters.
Right, yeah, we just got done of a campaign altogether where you were just ridiculously fucking broken. I threw a pair of 20+ challenge rating bosses at you back to back, and none of you died. I'm gonna actually roll to see. Ooh, yeah, 15 plus whatever.
Damn,
that's
bro.
plus 3. Yeah, this car just slams into you, and now you're kind of being slowed down a bit as there is this spike-covered Honda Civic stuck on the front of your car. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot out one of its wheels with the harpoon.
Okay, make that roll.
So that's a 10. Actually, bonus action, I would have used aimed shot to get advantage on that, so even worse, 10.
So, you miss with the harpoon, you just hit the ground beneath and, rip up a piece of desert rock. Oops. Hey, but you shocked that desert rock pretty good. What are the rest of you gonna try and do to get this spike-covered Honda Civic off your car?
Shooting the driver's seat area, through the windshield or whatever.
Awesome. So, Kairyd, you fire that, and it's just a save. So I'm the one who rolls to see if this fucking... Side note, this is like a barb devil, just these nasty-looking green dudes covered in spikes. Look up the official 5e design for barb devils. They look nasty, man.
No, they look epic.
Their base.
Okay, he rolled a 4 plus not enough. So you just shoot the driver with this infernal screamer, and he takes 40-10 thunder damage. Do you want to roll how fucked this guy is?
I do. 26.
Oh, so just this big blast from this sonic cannon in this guy's face, like, you hurt the guy who crashed into you, although I don't know if that would remove the car, but he's pissed now. What's Nikola Brandt up to right now?
Well, is there anything he can do from inside the car to get the barbed devil off?
If you have ranged attacks, you could try that, or you could jump onto the car, or you could, if you have enough reach, try and whack the car. What can Nikola do, I guess? Like, this is the first time actually using these character sheets, so I don't really know what you guys are capable of.
Nikola can't do any of that, really. We have a couple hand axes, a couple javelins, and a lot of melee.
Maybe, God, I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe Wrench and Nikola should switch.
Wow.
I just don't.
Plot development.
Anything that has Monty in it, I feel immediately nervous.
Is that what you want to do? Like, mid-race, just crawl up, like, hey, hold the wheel for a second? Because that is definitely doable.
I mean, it's doable, but, like, it makes more sense, I guess, because Wrench has ranged spells, and Nikola doesn't. So, Nikola, are you proficient in land vehicles?
Yeah.
Fuck, okay, then I guess, yeah, that is what we're gonna do.
Okay, awesome. So you just real quick switch who's in the driver's seat. Like, excuse me, pardon me. Nikola is driving now. It is all he has ever wanted.
You kicked me in the face. What the fuck?
Hey, he's 6'10", you can't be mad.
This fucking boot print in my face will never come out.
How far away is the other car?
It's touching your car at this point. The other driver is like within 5 feet of you.
I'm gonna punch the shit out of him.
Awesome. So as Nikola takes the wheel, make that attack roll on this bitch.
That's a 19.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. You just fucking whack him. How much damage is that gonna do?
4 thunder damage, and the target has disadvantage on attacks on creatures other than me.
Thunder damage? What are you punching him with?
My fist.
What are your fists? Explain.
Thunder gauntlets.
Fucking cool.
I'm an armored artificer, so I have like the 2 armors. So I'm using Guardian, and it gives you like thunder gauntlets.
That is cool.
Yeah, 1d8 thunder damage, and they have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you until the start of your next turn.
That's cool. And this guy, this barbed devil, he does not like that. He is going to attack you multiple times, perhaps a multi-attack. And ooh, that's a critical hit, and another one's gonna hit.
Is he in a weapon station or something? Because that does give him bonus to AC.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh, but Wrench isn't. So he's gonna punch Wrench a few times and deal a total of 7 damage as he just slashes at you with his claws.
Ouch.
Anyone got a response to this?
There are any driving shenanigans Nikola could do?
Well, that's up to you. What driving shenanigans would you like? At the moment, you and this barbed devil are like, your cars are stuck together and you're just driving forward in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Okay, and that's a saving throw for him, correct?
That's a con save.
Oh, good. Does a 19 save?
Oh, a 19 saves. So that's half damage.
Okay, and does he still get knocked back?
No.
So he's still in his car and
Damn.
takes some damage.
That's 8 thunder damage. Wrench has a homunculus servant. I can command it as a bonus action. It doesn't tell me what I can and can't do. So I'm going to command it to try and sabotage his car.
Okay, that's cool. What specific type of sabotage are you trying right now?
Cut the gas line.
Okay, could you give me, from the homunculus's stats, I guess, an intelligence roll? Yeah, are homunculus smart enough to find the gas line? We'll see.
That's a natural 20.
So you just cut the gas line, and what I imagine from a physics perspective is the other car stops and it kind of pulls on your car a bit. It's not driving anymore, and if you knock it down, it's donezo, but it's sort of slowing you down now,
The other car's slowing down?
and it's dragging you with it.
What would happen if I just slammed the brakes right now?
Bad.
I shoot the other guy's car using my bonus action to take aim again. And that one's a 19 going up to 26 or 24 to
Oh,
hit.
that's definitely gonna hit.
Okay, so that is lightning flail plus sneak attack damage, or not lightning flail, lightning harpoon. So it's 2d8 piercing plus 2d6 lightning plus another 2d6 sneak attack. 27 damage.
Okay, so you just did a big chunk of damage to the enemy car. It's really beat up now, especially after all this chaos and it getting punched and shit. And I'd say at this point, it's probably one big hit from being knocked away completely. What is Kairyd thinking right now?
So as I understand the situation, they're just basically dragging us down. Their dead weight slowing us down because they're attached to our foot. Okay. Can I aim the gun to like where the javelin attached in an attempt to shoot it and like unlodge it so that we continue on the race without being stopped dead in our track?
Sure, make that roll. Actually, never mind. That's a saving throw. Roll saving throw for a car. Does car make good saving throws? Son of a bitch. Car make...
Thank goodness I don't roll because that was a 1.
Oh, well, it was an 18 for the saving throw, which is also bad. So you hit it, and it just doesn't quite manage. Like, the spikes poking into your car, they're kind of bent now. They're almost broken, but this Barb Devil's car is still attached. This busted up Honda Civic, and he's had some damage too, and he doesn't like that, and he's gonna attack. Let's say he's gonna make one attack on both of the people in the front, one on Kairyd and one on Nikola. And that is a nat 20 and a nat 1. Who wants which?
Which one of us has the most health? I have 34. So I can't imagine it's me.
It is definitely the barbarian.
Awesome. So the rogue is going to get hit by that fireball. Gonna take 3d6. That's a total of 14 damage as you get blast of fire thrown at you. And this creepy little devil guy just cackles and like claps his hands as his fire slams into you. Awesome.
Thank you.
And
that was an
Poggers.
awesome sneeze. Thank you, Casey.
God damn it.
Bro, what a pogger sneeze you have going on.
No.
Pogger.
I auto-reply awesome to every time you say you do something. Monty, what do you want to do to just get this car off your car?
Can we ram into it a little bit more? Maybe veer it to the
Awesome.
side?
So you veer your car, make that roll.
Oof, that's just a 12.
You turn a bit, but it doesn't quite manage to shake it off, and now your car is getting slowed down a bit. And we go to Wrench. This car, it's been dragging you for a bit of time now. It might make you lose the race if you don't get off soon. What is your idea to get rid of it?
I'm just gonna try and push it off.
Yeah, sure. Make a strength check.
It should be a 17.
Okay, so you rolled a 17?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you punch this car. I rolled another strength check for the car, which has +6 to strength because it's contested, but it rolled a 3 + 6 = 9. So you just, with that roll of 17, punched this car away. You are buff, man.
That is true.
So you've finally gotten this car off of you, and you're driving again, and could Monty roll me just a pure d20 so I can check it against this table for things going wrong for you?
It's just a 15.
Damn it, 11 to 20, no complication. You don't drive off a cliff or some shit. Curses. Damn it. But you successfully managed to shove this car off of you, and you're driving straight. You've entered an open patch of desert, and you can see kind of in the distance this farm, possibly a ranch. What is the difference between a ranch and a farm? No one really knows. Someone watching this will comment and be all smug about knowing the difference between a farm and a ranch, but I don't really care. You can see the French in the distance, and you'll be there in a few minutes, and your compass is pointing straight for it. And right next to the compass is a dial, and this dial shows your placement in the race. How this is gonna go in this campaign on placement, I'm not mentally tracking hundreds of other racers at a time. After
Yes, you are.
each little segment like that. If you did good and it would have gained time, I'm going to have you roll a die. The die will get smaller as there are less racers, for how much you gain in position or how much you lose in position. And, that car got stuck on you for a little while.
Excuse me, Casey, what are cars 200 and cars 33 doing right now in the race?
Not good. They aren't doing good. Actually, I just had an idea. Michael, could you give me a retroactive for something that happened in the past, like Thieves' Tools check?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna roll it as stealth because it's the same modifier. 16.
Awesome. So, I'm gonna say you get one extra position for sabotaging a guy's car earlier, but also, I'm gonna say you lost just a bit of time and will have to regain it in upcoming parts of this race. Your dial thing, when you started this race, it was coincidentally at 200 for simplicity, and then you gained one as a car sabotage broke its engine, and then someone roll me a d20 to see what position you're in now.
I got it. 16.
Awesome.
Nice.
I do say awesome a lot when I'm DMing. So your current position as you reach Bothy's Farms, the location of the first trial in the first leg of the Netherworld Grand Prix, is 250.
The Grand P.
Son of a bit! You're in 215th place. You better do good in the coming episodes or you're all gonna die. And I kind of hope it because damn it, why'd I say Grand P instead of Grand Prix?
See, I have an idea. Good is a strong word.